So number 2, which Welsh traditional song used as a regimental march by the Welsh Guards featured in the 1964 film Zulu, in which it was sung by Ivor Emanuel. Number 3, a traditional Irish song which tells of the betrayal of a highwayman by his wife or lover has been recorded by many artists, the biggest hit version being in 1973. What is its title?
Sorry. That was a YouTube thing.
Number 3, a traditional Irish song which tells of the betrayal of a highwayman by his wife or lover. It's not quite clear in the song which. Has been recorded by many artists, the biggest hit version being in 1973. What is its title? Number 4, what name is given to the bagpipe music, often of a theme and variations, which is sometimes referred to as the classical music of the bagpipes? What name is given to the bagpipe music, often of a theme and variations, which is sometimes referred to as the classical music of the bagpipes? Number 5, which folk song from Devon features the characters Jan Stewart, Peter Davy, and Harry Hawk, among others? Which folk song from Devon features the characters Jan Stewart, Peter Davy, and Harry Hawk? Number 6, song I used to sing quite a lot as a teenager. According to the song, of which ship was Mick McCann the captain? According to the song, of which ship was Mick McCann the captain? Number 7, what is the official national instrument of Wales? Number 7, what is the official national instrument of Wales? Number 8, the traditional Scottish song, The Flowers of the Forest, commemorates the defeat of King James IV's army at which battle? The traditional Scottish song, The Flowers of the Forest, commemorates the defeat of King James IV's army at which battle? Number 9. The song The Keel Row, about the lives of workers on riverboats, is associated with which English city? Number 9, the song The Keel Row, about the lives of workers on riverboats, is associated with which English city is number 9. And number 10, what kind of instrument often used to accompany folk music is a bodhran? Or bodhran, I think it should probably be pronounced. What kind of instrument often used to accompany folk music is a bodhran? So that's the 10 questions for round 1. If anyone wants to see and hear any of them again, let me know.
We have 3, please, Ian.
Certainly can. The traditional Irish song, which tells of the betrayal of a highwayman by his wife or lover, has been recorded by many artists, the biggest hit version being in 1973. What is its title? Any others that anyone wants to see again? Are we ready for the answers then? I'll give you another few seconds, and if I don't hear from anyone, I'll give you the answers. Okay, I'm going to assume that people want the answers. So number 1, Steeleye Span took the song All Around My Hat into the charts in 1975. The Welsh traditional song that appeared in the film Zulu is Men of Harlech. Number 3, I didn't tell you who had the biggest hit version in 1973. It would have given it away. It was Thin Lizzy who had it, and it is Whiskey in the Jar. Number 4, the name given to this bagpipe music, sometimes referred to as the classical music of the bagpipes, is the pibroch. Number 5, the folk song from Devon featuring Jan Stewart, Peter Davy, Harry Hawk, Old Uncle Tom Cobley and all, is Widdicombe Fair. Number 6, the Mick McCann from the Banks of the Bann was the skipper on the Irish Rover. Number 7, the official national instrument of Wales, I'll accept Welsh harp or triple harp. Number 8, the Flowers of the Forest commemorated the defeat at Flodden in 1513. Number 9, the Keel Row is associated with Newcastle upon Tyne. And number 10, a bodhran is a type of drum. So if you could add your scores up and then do the usual and send them to Linda by private chat. Thank you. I'll wait till Linda tells me she's got the answer, the scores in, and then we'll move on to round 2.
I think I've got most of them.
Okay. Round 2 is inspired by an advert, a very famous advert for Yellow. It was Yellow Pages. No,
I don't know what you're
I
talking
can't remember
about.
what. No, it was British Telecom, I think. It was the one with British Telecom. Got an ology. You're a scientist. You got an ology, as the grandmother tells her grandson, who is embarrassed at telling her he failed so many. And of course, it was Maureen Lipman that played the grandmother and was ecstatic that this guy got an ology. So I'm asking you to identify each of these ologies. 10 ologies. What are they the study of? Number 1, etiology. Sometimes spelled with the AE at the beginning, sometimes spelled with just the E. I'll give you a wee clue for this one. You might hear someone talk about the etiology of an event or the etiology of an illness or something of that sort. Etiology. Number 2, theology. What's that the study of? Number 3, ontology. Number 4, cryology. And a wee clue here, it's not tears. Number 5, graphology. And I hate to tell you, but it's not graphs. Number 6, herpetology.
What? And where do you think you're going, pussycat? I have an attempted invader here I think she's,
who would walk right over the keyboard if I let her.
I think she's complaining because we banished her little friend the mouse outside.
Well, that's possible. So number 6, herpetology. Number 7, mycology. Number 8 is oneirology. It's possibly the trickiest. Number 9, petrology. And number 10, cephology. I'll put it back to the first 5. If anybody wants to see the second 5 again, let me know.
Yeah, when you've got a minute, please.
You want me to show you the 6 to 10?
Yes, please.
Certainly, Bob.
Thank you.
Here you go. Do we need more time, or shall I go back to the beginning and give the answers? If you want more time, please ask for it. Okay, sounds as though we may be ready then, or the lack of sound says we may be ready. So the answers are as follows. Number 1, etiology is the study of causation. Number 2, apiology is the study of honeybees and honey making. Number 3, conchology is mollusks or shells. Number 4, cryology is very low temperatures. It's a study of very low temperature. You've heard of cryogenics, no doubt. Number 5, graphology is the study of handwriting. Number 6, herpetology is the study of amphibians and reptiles. So I'll take either amphibians or reptiles. Mycology is the study of fungi. Oneirology, the study of dreams. Number 9, petrology is the study of rocks. And cephology is the study of elections. So once again, if you could add up your scores and send them to Linda.
Ian, I put down causes of disease.
Well, that's fine. Causation is all I needed. If it's the etiology of disease, it's the cause of disease. If it's the etiology of an event, it's the causes of the event. But I'm quite happy just to take that. You've got the idea.
I was waiting for codology.
For kidology.
Codology.
Although I had a big list of ologies written in front of me on Wikipedia, and I have to tell you that some of them, there's no way I was written in this quiz.
What was the answer for number 18?
Dreams,
Dreams.
the study of dreams. So Joseph of the amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat was an oneirologist. Okay, Linda's getting the scores in, I believe.
One missing.
One missing.
But I
Okay.
think it's all being put typed in even as we speak, because I can see that.
Sorry.
We're fine.
All right. Okay. Well, I said there was going to be a geography round, and this time the geography is South America. It's not purely geographical, but it's all about things to do with South America. Number one, which South American snake is the largest by body mass in the world? I've done that phrasing very deliberately because it's not necessarily the longest, but it's the largest by body mass. South American snake is the largest by body mass in the world. Number two, in 2010, 33 miners were rescued from a gold and copper mine near Copiapo in Chile. In which desert is the mine situated? It's a desert which apparently is where you can find the driest place in the world. In 2010, 33 miners were rescued from a gold and copper mine near Copiapo in Chile. In which desert is the mine situated? Number three, which South American country's currency is the guarani? Which South American country's currency is the guarani? Number four, which South American country is named for a political leader nicknamed El Libertador, or the Liberator? You know, all the proofreading I've done there,
Have you found a mistake?
and I've written with South American country instead of which South American country.
So you never let me proofread it, that's
No, I didn't, but I read it through with my brother and he didn't spot it either.
I think that's autocorrect.
It could very well be, but it should have been auto-wronged as well. So which South American country is named for a political leader nicknamed El Libertador, or the Liberator? Number 5. In the 1969 film The Royal Hunt of the Sun, Christopher Plummer played the role of Atahualpa, who was defeated and killed by the Spaniards under Francisco Pizarro. He was the last ruler of which empire? In the 1969 film The Royal Hunt of the Sun, Christopher Plummer played the role of Atahualpa, who was defeated and killed by the Spaniards under Francisco Pizarro. He was the last ruler of which empire? Number 6. What is the only country on the mainland of South America in which the official language is Dutch? I'm being specific there, saying on the mainland, because there are others which are technically South America but are islands. So what is the only country on the mainland of South America in which the official language is Dutch? Number 7. Which river, whose basin covers much of Venezuela and Colombia, derives its name from a local language, the name meaning place to paddle? Which river, whose basin covers much of Venezuela and Colombia, derives its name from a local language, the name meaning place to paddle? Number 8. The capital of which overseas department of France, located on the mainland of South America, shares its name with a type of chili pepper? I don't want the name of the capital, I want the name of the overseas department of France. Number 8, the capital of which overseas department of France, located on the mainland of South America, shares its name with a type of chili pepper? Number 9. Which geographical region, governed by both Argentina and Chile, covers the southern part of the continent? Actually, quite a large southern part of the continent. So rather than confuse you, I am not talking of the island of Tierra del Fuego. Which geographical region governed by both Argentina and Chile covers the southern part of the continent? And the number 10, which throwing weapon made of joined cords with weights on the ends is associated particularly with the gauchos of South America? I see, Eric, that you have a distraction just as I was threatened to have.
He's just as furry as well.
Yeah. Right, if anyone would like to see any of the questions again, let me know, please. I'll go back to the beginning for the moment.
Our distraction's still in a huff. She's got her back to us.
Yeah, because I wouldn't let her walk over the keyboard.
Now we look at 10 again, please.
Number 10, yeah. Throwing weapon made of joined cords with weights on the ends is associated particularly with the gauchos of South America.
Number 5, please.
In the 1969 film, The Royal Hunt of the Sun, Christopher Plummer played the role of Atahualpa, who was defeated and killed by the Spaniards under Francisco Pizarro. He was the last ruler of which empire?
What?
Take a look at Vinny's name.
You've just seen that.
Anyone else? Okay, are we ready for the answers? Okay, it would appear we are. Therefore, the answers are as follows. Which South American snake is the largest by body mass in the world? The answer is the green anaconda. However, I'll not require the word green. Anaconda will do. In 2010, these miners were rescued from the mine near Copiapo in Chile, which is in the Atacama Desert. Number 3, the Guarani, as you might possibly have been able to work out, is the currency of Paraguay. Number 4, well, El Libertador was Simón Bolívar, and so the answer is Bolivia. Number 5, Atahualpa was the last Inca emperor, so it's the Inca Empire. Number 6, the only country on the mainland of South America in which the official language is Dutch is Suriname. Number 7, the river, I could have given you a wee clue here by reference to the Wombles, it's the Orinoco. Number 8, the capital of French Guiana shares its name with the type of chili pepper, it's Cayenne. Number 9, the geographical region is Patagonia. And number 10, the throwing weapon is a bolas, B-O-L-A-S. Again, if you could add up your scores and send them to Linda. But before Linda does that, I'll ask her if she's got rounds 1 and 2 ready and we can share that. So I'll stop sharing for the moment and she can show you the scores for the first 2 rounds. Which is quite good news for West of Eden. with 20 out of 20. Causeway Giants 18, Airhead and Dunelm 17. Not bad. Lowest score is 13, but 13 out of 20 is still 65%, so I'm quite happy with that.
Ian, have you seen the plaque to Simon Bolivar in Bolivar Terrace next to Hampden Park?
No, I have not, Douglas. That's interesting.
Very interesting indeed. Put up in 1930, which I think was the anniversary of either his birth or his death. No, it must have been his death.
Whereabouts near Hampden is that?
Well, I'll speak to you later. Okay.
Okay, I'll be interested in that.
Right.
Right. I'll start sharing my screen again. And we'll move on to round 4, which is, I did say entertainment, it's Radio Gaga. So everything here is about radio. We've had TV rounds in the past. This time it's radio's turn. So question 1. Between 1946 and 2004, which journalist broadcast a weekly 15-minute reflection of life across the Atlantic called Letter from America? Between 1946 and 2004, which journalist broadcast a weekly 15-minute reflection of life across the Atlantic called Letter from America? He did it until the age of, I think it was 96. And then he stopped and died only a few weeks later. But he still was doing it until he was 96 years old. Number 2. In 1967, the BBC restructured and renamed its radio services. What was the former name of the station which became Radio 2? In 1967, the BBC restructured and renamed its radio services. What was the former name of the station which became Radio 2? Number 3. Broadcasting on 208 meters in medium wave, which station, whose signal could only be received in the United Kingdom after dark, became popular with young listeners in the late 1950s and early 1960s due to its output of pop music? Broadcasting on 208 meters in medium wave, which station, whose signal could only be received in the United Kingdom after dark, became popular with young listeners in the late 1950s and early 1960s due to its output of pop music? I used to listen to it in bed. Number 4. In radio broadcasting, for what do the initials FM stand? In radio broadcasting, for what do the initials FM stand, is number 4. Number 5. In 1956, at the age of 35, which comic actor began playing an 11-year-old boy in a radio series that lasted until 1972 and led to 2 television spin-off series? In 1956, at the age of 35, which comic actor began playing an 11-year-old boy in a radio series that lasted until 1972 and led to 2 television spin-off series? Means he was still playing an 11-year-old at the age of 51. Number 6. In 1970, who became the first female DJ on Radio 1 and is its longest serving presenter? In 1970, who became the first female DJ on Radio 1 and is and remains its longest serving presenter? Number 7. Which panel show features the game Mornington Crescent? Which panel show features the game Mornington Crescent? Number 8. In what way did the London Broadcasting Company, or LBC, make radio history in 1973? In what way did the London Broadcasting Company, LBC, make radio history in 1973? Number 9. Which radio station are Margarita Taylor, Aled Jones, Mylene Klass, and Alexander Armstrong current presenters? For which radio station are Margarita Taylor, Aled Jones, Mylene Klass, and Alexander Armstrong current presenters? And finally, number 10. 1950 until 1960, Educating Archie was an award-winning comedy series. What was unusual about the central character? From 1950 until 1960, Educating Archie was an award-winning comedy series. What was unusual about the central character? In radio terms, you might say unique. Again, if you would like to see any of them again, let me know. Are we ready for the answers then? Give you a few seconds. If nobody says, please give us more time, then I'll give you the answers. Okay, number one was, of course, not the Proclaimers, but Alistair Cook. Number two, the former name of Radio 2 was the Light Programme. Number three, surely we can all remember Radio Luxembourg. Number four, frequency modulation. Number five, he began playing the Clitheroe Kid in 1956. It was Jimmy Clitheroe. Number six, first female DJ on Radio 1 and its longest serving presenter, Annie Nightingale. Number seven, well, if you honestly said, I'm sorry, I haven't a clue, you actually gave the right answer. Number eight, the LBC was the first licensed commercial radio station in Britain. Well, the first independent commercial radio station. Number nine, Margarita Taylor, Aled Jones, Mylene Klass and Alexander Armstrong may be heard on Classic FM. And number 10, Educating Archie was for radio rather bizarrely a ventriloquist's dummy. The concept seems a little strange on the radio, but that's what he was. Once again, scores into Linda, please.
We put number 8. No, we didn't. Was it the first colour programme? No.
It's a radio programme.
Yeah.
I've not yet seen radio in colour.
I'm kidding you. And there was I think there was an American dummy in number 10. His name escapes me, something like Edgar or Edward.
Yeah, well, you may well be right, but Archie was the...
no, that's what we've got.
Was Peter Bruff's
That's right.
dummy.
Tony Hancock was in it. He was a tutor.
Sorry?
Tony Hancock was in it. He was a tutor.
Yes.
And
yes.
Bernard Breslau.
Correct.
Here come all the people that know all the history of radio out of the woodwork.
Well, I've done someone's comment that that was a fun round.
Good, I'm glad of that. It was meant to be. They're all meant to be fun rounds, mind you. Right, scores are coming in. And I did say, well, we've been through music, we've been through language, we've been through kind of geography, we've now been through entertainment. Now we go on to science. And the science this time is chemistry.
And I have to apologise, this one's my fault.
Yeah, I said to Linda, what should I do now? And she said, you haven't got any science in yet. So I said, right, we'll do a chemistry round then. So.
And I'm no good at chemistry, so.
Well, let's hope the teams are. Question number 1. What type of substance is defined as containing identical molecules made up of atoms of 2 or more chemical elements? You got to read that one carefully.
Yeah, because I didn't, did I? When I answered it.
Think about that one a wee bit. What type of substance is defined as containing identical molecules made up of atoms of 2 or more chemical elements? And that is the definition, because I've double and treble checked it with about 3 different dictionaries. and the Encyclopedia Britannica.
I know why they thought that was a fun round. They got good scores.
So what type of substance is defined as containing identical molecules made up of atoms of two or more chemical elements? Number 2, carbon 12 and carbon 14 are isotopes. The number of what differentiates between them? Carbon 12 and carbon 14 are isotopes. The number of what differentiates between them? Number 3, what chemical substance was known historically as oil of vitriol? Chemical substance was known historically as oil of vitriol. Number 4, which of the halogen elements is a liquid at room temperature? Which of the halogen elements is a liquid at room temperature? Number 5, what term describes a solution in which the solvent cannot dissolve any more of the substance that is being dissolved in it? What term describes a solution in which the solvent cannot dissolve any more of the substance that is being dissolved in it? Number 6, what is present in a solution if it turns blue-black when iodine is added? What is present in a solution if it turns blue-black when iodine is added? Number 7, what metal has the highest melting point? Which metal has the highest melting point for number 7? Number 8, which branch of chemistry is the study of carbon and its compounds? Which branch of chemistry is the study of carbon and its compounds? Number 9. What term describes an atom with a positive or negative electrical charge? What term describes an atom with a positive or negative electrical charge? You're looking for a short word. And number 10, sterling silver must contain 92.5% silver. Which other metal most commonly makes up the other 7.5% of the alloy? Apparently, sometimes it contains different metals, but there's one that is most commonly used to make up the rest of the alloy. Sterling silver must contain 92.5% silver. Which other metal most commonly makes up the other 7.5% of the alloy? And as always, you want to see a question again, just unmute and ask me.
We're still trying to make out number 1 question says, never mind what the answer means.
I'll show you again. Here you go.
Thank you.
It's not actually as difficult as you might think.
That's only if you can work out what the question's asking you.
Well, I'm only going by dictionary and Britannica definitions here.
Always helps if you've got something in front of you.
Maybe I should say what name is given to a substance that is defined in that way. One could assume that it's true of most substances that they contain identical molecules if they are consistent substances. So the bit here is made up of atoms of 2 or more chemical elements. Anything else you would like to see again? Are we ready for the answers then? Do you want more time? If anyone wants more time, please unmute and say so. Okay, then you get the answers. Number one, the type of substance that's defined in that way is a compound. Number two, carbon 12 and 14 are isotopes. The number of neutrons in the nucleus differentiates between them. Number three, oil of vitriol was an old name for sulfuric acid. Number four, bromine is the halogen, which is liquid at room temperature. Number five, the solution which cannot dissolve any more of the substance is a saturated solution. Number six, starch is present in a solution if it turns blue-black when iodine is added. Number seven, the metal with the highest melting point is tungsten. Number eight.
Sorry, could you repeat that answer again? Your voice disappeared.
Okay, tungsten.
So I can't.
Tungsten.
Tungsten. Right, thank
Tungsten.
you.
Number eight, you have here the branch of chemistry, the study of carbon and its compounds is organic chemistry. Number nine, an atom with a positive or negative electrical charge is an ion, I-O-N. Positive charge, cation, negative charge, anion. And number 10, the other metal that most commonly makes up the other 7.5% of sterling silver is copper. So once again,
Copper isn't even the right
Ian,
answer.
could you give us the answer to number 5, please?
number 5, the answer is a saturated solution.
Oh, sorry, it's number 4.
Number 4 is bromine.
Okay, thank you.
And once again, while the scores are coming in, I'll stop sharing and ask Linda to let us know what the scores are for the first 4 rounds.
You're asking me to multitask now.
Yes, I'm sorry. But the trouble is, being such a specialist. Whoa, look at the scores for West of Eden, eh?
That's because she was complaining about only winning once.
Mind you, Causeway and Airheads and Dunelm are pushing them close. A lot of high scores in this in round 4 and in round 3. Yeah, these are generally pretty high scores. I mean, 28 out of 40 is 70% of the available scores. So many a quiz, you would not be lying near the bottom of the leaderboard with scores like that. Thank you, Linda.
Welcome.
I shall share screen again. And we move on to general knowledge, which is a picture round. So number 1, who is this tennis player who won 21 Grand Slam women's doubles championships, partnering Martina Navratilova before becoming a presenter on television? Just a little bit of information. Between 2000 and 2006, she could have claimed that the title Mrs. Bond because she was in fact Mrs. George Lazenby. So who is this tennis player who won 21 Grand Slam women's doubles championships, partnering Martina Navratilova before becoming a presenter on television? Number 2. In spelling, what name is used to describe this joining of two vowels? The symbol's technical name being ligature. But what's the verbal name for this? In spelling, what name is used to describe this joining of two vowels? The symbol's technical name being ligature. Number 3. Identify this highly toxic plant, which was used to execute the philosopher Socrates after he was convicted of impiety and corrupting the young. Identify this highly toxic plant, which was used to execute the philosopher Socrates after he was convicted of impiety and corrupting the young. He was doing that dreadful thing, teaching them actually to think for themselves. Number 4. Also known as Experiment 626. What is the name of this character from a Disney film from 2002? Also known as Experiment 626. What is the name of this character from a Disney film from 2002? Number 5. Which country's national flag is this? Which country's national flag is this? Is number 5. Number 6. Owing to a dispute with Warner Brothers, which performer used this device as his stage name between 1993 and 2000? Owing to a dispute with Warner Brothers, which performer used this device as his stage name between 1993 and 2000? Apparently he called it the love symbol. Number 7. Name the country coloured red. Name the country coloured red. Number 8. Found in Central America, which smaller relative of the alligator is this? Found in Central America, which smaller relative of the alligator is this? Number 9. Half eagle, half lion. Which creature from Greek mythology is depicted here? Half eagle, half lion. Which creature from Greek mythology is depicted here? And the number 10, our final one for tonight. Which country issued this stamp in 1991? Once again, if you'd like to see any of them again, please just unmute and let me know. Which country issued this stamp in 1991? Okay, I'll run back to the beginning. And if you want any revisited, let me know. Are we ready for the answers then? If nobody wants to see any of them again? If you want more time, unmute again and let me know. Otherwise, I shall give you the answer in a few seconds.
I'd quite like another 30 years or so.
It's easy, 30 years.
You did.
Very witty, Kenny. I don't think we have that available.
No, I'm fine with the answers coming up now. We've
Okay.
got the answer for most.
That's a long sentence, 30 years.
Good one, Bob. Okay, the tennis player is Pam Shriver. Number 2, this is a diphthong. Number 3, hemlock is this plant. Number 4, from the film Lilo and Stitch, this is the character Stitch. Number 5, I presume that Mr. Brown will know that this is Nigeria, given the fact that he seems to know all the flags in the world, even those of minor rowing clubs.
Indeed, Ian.
Number 6, this was the artist known at the time as the artist formerly known as Prince. So it's Prince Rogers Nelson was the performer. Number 7, the country coloured red is Slovenia. Number 8, this smaller relative of the alligator is a caiman, C-A-I-M-A-N. Number 10, we have a griffin.
9.
Sorry, number 9, we have a griffin. And number 10 is Lithuania. So once again, if you could send Linda your scores, and then we shall find out what the final result is and find out whether I'm going to need either of the 2 new tiebreakers I've got.
Ian, could we ask the hemlock question? Is that what's it? Giant hogweed is not the same as that.
Sorry?
Is the hemlock, is that the same as giant hogweed?
I haven't the foggiest idea, I have to tell you.
I would take that as a yes then.
No, it's not. Definitely not.
No.
As a good presenter will say, however, I'll tell you in just 2 minutes once I've looked it up in Google.
No, definitely not.
Definitely not. No. Quite different.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
Good try.
Right, sorry. I've submitted 10 for that, which is 50. Oh,
No, hemlock is not giant hogweed, though in fact giant hogweed also has a toxic sap.
Yes, we know that's why we're asking.
That's the one they've all been.
There are a few toxic saps on this call.
You beat me to that one.
Very good, Stuart, very good. I always trust you to come up with a good angle on something. Linda is now currently entering the scores, and we'll find out shortly whether we have a winner. I suspect we probably do have, but we'll see. And I did say I was taking you around quite a lot of different areas of your brain for this quiz, so I hope you enjoyed it and I found it reasonably satisfying. Actually, I see there's 1 or 2 10 out of 10s in the final round, so who knows what's going to happen here.
At least there wasn't a music round. That was.
Well, there was. Round 1 was a music round. Traditional music around these islands, but it wasn't a sound.
Oh yeah, it's when you play the music. It's
No, it wasn't a sound round. No.
No.
Are we ready?
I'm ready when you are, Linda. Here we go.
Yes.
And West of Eden, congratulations, you have won by 3 points. Look at that, 59 out of 60. What on earth stopped you in round 3? The South American round. What did you get wrong?
What did we get wrong? Let me just see. The civilization.
Yeah, the Inca.
Yeah.
Don't tell me you put the Aztecs down.
No.
No. Mayan. And
The
that
Mayans,
was my
I know.
fault.
Mayans are not South America, they're Central
It
America.
wasn't you, Louise. I thought the same.
But the
It's
Mayans are
either, yeah, it's
The Mayans
either
are Central
Mayans or
America.
Incas.
Yeah. However, 59 out of 60 is a very impressive score. So are the 56 and 55 and 50 from the teams behind you. Airheads, Causeway Giants and Dunelm.
Can you check? Are you all in agreement with it? I gave the right numbers. Did I record them all right?
Has everyone's score been recorded accurately?
Airheads is correct.
Good. It's all right. I'm just checking. I always worry about getting it wrong in a hurry.
No, I'm very impressed actually, because it means that every team has scored at least 65%. I'm pleased with that. And we have an almost perfect score from our winners. Congratulations to West of Eden. That's your second win.
Yeah, good.
Yes, we nearly won last month as well.
Yes,
no
we lost
doubt.
on the.
I've no doubt that the Airheads will be blaming Ronnie and Jennifer for not being available.
Because
No, I do reckon on a pro rata basis we can claim a moral victory, which is nothing like as good as a real victory.
Well, you can
It was like
console yourself with that if you like.
Yeah, it was like us last month saying, well, we nearly won.
Yeah.
Well,
Ian,
I
we don't.
mean,
Tie break.
all of
don't-
you have scored good scores. There's not a bad score in the whole lot.
No. With these high scores, though, we don't want you to ramp up how difficult it is, though, you know.
Well, the trouble, as I have said many times, you never know how difficult a quiz is till you get teams' answers to them.
Yeah.
I thought it was a fair challenge for everybody.
Yeah.
I hope my aim was to give you something that you would know at least some of, but some that would challenge you. I haven't challenged the West of Erin team too much tonight, though.
Well, let's say you challenged the team leader with the chemistry round. I made no contribution to that whatsoever.
I was just about to dob you in about that, Anne.
No, it's okay. I'm happy to admit it. It's not my forte.
Okay.
Radio and traditional music, yes.
We'll hope to welcome Guildford back next month.